wish I could put up like this cool little like picture. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. So this is just a voice message. What was guided to the Black Madonna. Um, Mark Deluxe. Your shorts. I can't even speak. I don't know what creature that is, but it doesn't feel warm and friendly. Um, and then I got guided to the Black Madonna, which is Borghese, Chapel of Saint Maria Maggiore at Rome. And there is a picture of the Black Madonna, also said to have been painted by Saint Luke, which was carried in many solemn processions through the city as early as 590, and then connected to the Atlantic. The Madonna of Loreto. This is just the energy I'm feeling. I'm guided to this. This is connected to whatever's going on. And this is because of, I just edited a picture, Mark, if you watch this, from your short video. I don't know if I can read it from here. And this is where this brought me. In the gorgeous Borghese Chapel of Saint Maria Maggiore at Rome, there is a picture of the Black Madonna, also said to have been painted by Saint Luke. Yep, that popped up again. These are but too many such pictures to be found all over Europe and the Netherlands, and there is even said to be a church dedicated to La Virgin. I don't know how to say it. This particular representation of the Madonna occurred so often in ancient art that some of the early writers of the church, okay, felt obliged to account for it. Okay, explaining the Virgin was a very dark complexion. That would be divine feminine energy, because darkness isn't all like, ooh, it's evil. It's divine. The darkness is divine feminine. The light is divine masculine. As might be proved by the verse of Canticles, which is, I need some water. I should probably title this like the Black Madonna. The Atlantic, connected to Atlantis, possibly, somehow, some way. Holy House. This is a message, and this is how it comes through, and this is just what I do. Take it or leave it, don't really care. But I appreciate you, those who are here with me. Okay, so others maintain that she became black during her song in Egypt. Nevertheless, this blackness, though considered to enhance the sanctity of the ancient pictures, was never imitated by more modern painters. But okay, Egyptian sun, ding 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 ding. The Black Madonna, the power of the Egyptian sun. That is here, and it is, and it is. We're seeing it. That's how I just all guided. This explained is not a satisfactory one, however, because in nearly all those pictures, the flesh alone entirely black. Okay, the crimson, that's the color of Christ's feet. Crimson of the lips, the whites of the eyes, and the draperies having persevered the original brilliancy of tint. Okay, why are we going into all this? So this is about the Black Madonna. I'm just researching the Black Madonna from a picture that I'll show in a second. What brought me here? It's all guided. Okay, it's in Italy. I don't want to really read a lot about from the Catholic stuff because I'm just so... I don't know. Not saying that stuff isn't, because Constantine brought that stuff in, and honest to God, I don't even know what that really means. I just understand it's something supernatural that happened within all this. And that's why I don't get tied into all that organized stuff. We're still talking about the supernatural, no matter how you slice it. Anyway, throughout Italy, highly vernated images of the Virgin Mary portrayed with brown or black skin may be found. The truly melanated one, the seed. She has the womb. That's the womb. To me, that's what I'm hearing. That's like the womb, right? The womb carries the traditions surrounding these dark statues, paintings, and frescoes, which I have collectively termed Black Madonna, are ancient, and they are often the central image of honor in the cathedrals, caves, and mountain-top shrines, sanctuaries where they are found, and they are very often considered miraculous. In my thesis, Honoring Darkness, exploring the power of the Black Madonna in Italy, I studied the images. This is from Mary Beth Moser, PhD. As far as I'm concerned, it could be from anybody. They don't have to have PhD, but this is just going to read this. The miracles and the elements of both creation and destruction seem to hold relics of a more ancient primordial power. The power of the menstrual blood. In the following discussion, that would be the red iron oxide that people call the red iron oxide. For this event, that's what's happening. It is the menstrual blood. The following discussion, I will investigate some of these miracles, explore the details of markings and older menstrual power. She is going through a huge menstrual cycle, this dragon. And it's a dragon. Miracle is an event in the physical world that surpasses all known human or natural powers as ascribed to a divine or supernatural cause. Miracles are manifestations of the power of the divine. And in the Catholic tradition, they are equated to special graces that are extraordinary in character, but come from the Spirit. The miraculous is found in abundance in Italy. So something's going on here in Italy, clearly with the Vatican. Testimonials are coming out over the centuries. There's going to be there's going to be things coming out. And many of us, it's just going to click with us, and many people are just going to be in disbelief. I think it's just going to kind of go like that. Maybe not, but this is them holding, breaking the chains. The chains are broken. Books are open, pages are being read, in much more powerful places than Earth that these events are taking place. And the Vatican now is forced to, or will have to, and will to, show what they have been hiding all along. And these ancient relics carry energy. And this is totally connected to Tiamat. These physical offerings that are given by the recipients of miracles in order to fulfill a vow of recognition or to give thanks, and they are a public acknowledgement of the Madonna's intervention to protect, rescue, heal, and cure. And most often they are in the form of a tavolette, T-A-V-O-L-E-T-T-E, little tablets of cloth, metal, or paper with a drawing or painting that depicts the details of a situation. Interesting, kind of like the pictures you take. Usually desperate or catastrophic, which I feel that energy, and the energy I feel that is coming, I don't even know if I should express it, to be honest. I hold it in. I don't share a lot. I kind of say some things, but the levels I see, it's like catastrophic is the word. Often they record the name of the recipient of the miracle, the date, the time. Everything seems to get logged through this database there. And that's what it is, basically. It's a database. It's the archives. It's part of the Akashic fields. It was hijacked. It was hijacked. In the region of Tuscany, for example, the sanctuary of the Madonna and the Montero, the hallways and rooms are lined with dramatic and moving ex voto, children falling out of windows, men trampled by their horses, people sick in bed, accidents of every kind. There are war scenes to which have been attached pictures of beloved sons and soldiers, basically like what goes on in this world. It seems like these are the pictures. One young woman made an ex voto of the clothing that she was forced to wear when she was captured and taken to a harem in Constantinople, according to the note in the frame, which also informs us that through the intercession of the Madonna Montanero, she escaped. Sailors and seagoers are particularly indebted for her, as shown from century-old testimonies etched in stone, yet portrayed in large paintings, written records, archaeological finds. Something really big is going on. Really, clearly, yes, many of you, but this is the level of God. This is the level of God. The higher of highest, the most high God. The right order. the order, whatever the order is. It's big. It's really big, and it's so holy. It's very holy and very sacred. Like, and things are being read from deep in like the catacombs or however that is, they're being read. They're absolutely, it's almost like a humongous book of shadows that they're pulling from, like the 7 tablets of destiny. And I keep getting guided to that number 7. Like all day long that number's been popping up, and that's significant on my path. Alright, so back to this. Umberto has published an Italian language guide of 600 such miraculous sites in Italy, recounting a brief summary of the church or sanctuary's central miracle. Although miracle stories of the saints and other entries included, Mary is the dominant miracle worker. For example, I'm just trying to really go with what's sticking out here. Okay, a Black Madonna, ancient origins found in a tree carved from paint or wood. Although numbers convey some idea of her influence or fascination and mystery come from the details of the stories. Before moving on to the details, it's worth briefly addressing 2 questions that arise. First, why are there so many alleged miracles in Italy? I was thinking that as I was reading this. It's clearly a sacred site. Authors and sociologist Michael Carroll has compiled some revealing statistics that show the Italian peninsula. This is for a reason I'm sharing this, and it will reveal itself, and it will. The Italian peninsula has been a particularly dangerous place to live relatively to the rest of Europe, having been subjected to repeated invasions, deadly earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, successive wave of plague, and all these could have, it's because it's a gate, encourage people turn to the supernatural for help, and then credit the supernatural for protection. After the events of September 11, 2001, for example, church attendance in the U.S. rose dramatically, signaling a similar phenomenon to turn to divine power for help and protection. Catholics fosters a certain mode of recognition of miraculous events, and the Vatican investigations. Italy has long been mostly Catholic country, major pilgrimage site, ancient origin, located in Italy. Okay, so what are you telling me here? Secondly, why are the miracles primarily attributed to Mary and not Jesus? Because it's a woman. The Madonna's prominence is reflected by the fact that 87% of the sanctuaries throughout Italy are dedicated to Mary. Carroll draws on theories of Sigmund Freud and Melanie Klein to postulate that Mary, the saints, and Christ represented parental surrogates to Italian Catholics whose power, although it was protective, was also considered harmful and needed to be psychologically splintered into several personalities to defend themselves against danger. The concept of Mary was separated into distinct personalities associated with distinct sanctuaries. That's interesting. That is fascinating. The male saints became the father image, surrogates rather than Christ, because of their physical bodies could more easily be dismembered into relics. Physical remains that became central element. That's why they mummified things. That's why they preserved. We don't do that like that anymore. Since Christ's body was, according to dogma, raised into heaven. I propose an alternative explanation. My investigations, along with research of numerous scholars, show a long history of honoring female divinity. Yes, that's what's rising on the Italian peninsula that predates Jesus and perhaps any male deity. In addition to Greek and Roman goddess, there was an Asian, African, and indigenous goddess that was venerated. Archaeological finds of figurines, painted pots, and vases of Neolithic, New Stone Age settlements and caves across the Italian peninsula indicated the presence of the sacred feminine. The carved female figures reach back into the Paleolithic or Old Stone Age, or the origin. Lucia, sorry, a feminist culture historian who has written extensively about Black Madonnas, traces the ultimate origin of the Dark Mother images to Africa. And do you see how they demonize that? I do. I do. That's terrible. That's like using her against herself. It's disgusting, actually. Anyway, a feminist cultural historian who was extensively about Black Madonnas, namely the color ochre, which is red. The public five, the earliest and iconic signs of the Dark Mother to show Italy lies along paths of African migrations of 50,000 years ago to all continents of the earth. Such a long recognition of a divine female is not easily cast aside. Clearly something happened here. So significant that they have wiped out and or demonized and or belittled the divine feminine. That takes a lot of work to bury the divine feminine. Anything that represented divine feminine in this world, that's a lot of effort to do that. Something so big, so large, so supernatural, physical, whatever, happened that tried to totally wipe out the divine feminine energy line. That's what this, for real, what I see is happening here. With everything waking up, with the volcanoes erupting, it's significant and profound, and it's holy, and it's sacred, and it's connected to your soul. So she became the primary embodiment of the most ancient female divine presence and traditions that have been honored there. The saints, too, sometimes took on characteristics of the primordial goddess, which that also goes back to Tiamat. She is the primordial goddess. As I began to examine, if I'm mistaken, please, by all means, you do you. As I began to examine some of Mary's, I said, why did they change her name to Mary? I don't know. That's interesting, in its own theory. Anyway, miracle stories, I noticed that both benevolent and fierce powers were present. Healing and harming, protection, because the other one would be Lilith, maybe, unless I'm wrong on that too, which you never know, but I don't think so. Protection of lack of protection, calming the weather and rising it up, making trees. You remember they used to say, it's not nice to piss off Mother Nature, Remember that saying, anybody? Because I do. Because she'll show you who's in charge. So if the Madonna wishes to communicate via an apparition, and to have a chapel built to honor her were not followed. Generative power was indicated miracles of fertility, resuscitating of dead babies, acknowledges range of characters as well, noting the ferocity as well as the benefits of the Dark Mother as recognized in the most popular cultures. Okay. Well, the divine feminine is represented here. They use them they abuse them. Actually, CERN totally abuses Kalai. Completely and utterly. They show you that she's a prisoner. It's so clear. I think it's clear. Or else why does she need to be tied to a circle? It's a sacrifice every time. Something to do with that, with her energy being used for dark ways. I feel it's just really bigger than we understand sometimes too. So her ritual seclusions with strict taboos against seeing light, touching herself, letting her blood touch the earth. I feel like that's key. Engaging. See, what is going on with this? I don't understand this still with. I do, but I don't. I'm going to rephrase that. It seems to be the main theme of blood plasma in this place. The following is a discussion where I don't know if I want to just keep it. This is a lot of information. I feel like Mother Earth's basically shedding herself. Then hang on, because it's going to shake, and she's going to flood. And something's going to happen with us, too, that we clearly are going to somehow move through it, you know, with the divine. I don't feel anyone, we're going to be left behind unless, I don't know. I have no right to say if someone is or isn't, you know. I feel your soul will know what to do. When you're in the presence of the divine, your soul knows exactly what to do. There's no question about it. Your soul knows exactly what to do. And your body will go with your soul instead of the other way around. It doesn't exempt you from doing crappy things, just your soul knows the way home. Something to do with the black Madonna that's going on. And I don't know if someone's somewhere is using a totem, if it's an energy, if someone is doing some kind of ritual with the black Madonna, but I am picking up on this for a reason. And it's bigger than, it's big. It would affect a lot. It would affect a lot of things. And this is just all jumping points. Okay, let me show you, before I wrap this up, I'll show the picture from Mark, to his channel of what drew me to the black Madonna. Because I don't know what this thing is. This isn't pretty, whatever this is. And I'm not saying this is the black Madonna. But this is why I was called to connect and research it. That's from Mark Deluxe channel. We have like, that could be an eye. That's bone. That's all bone. That can be an eye. I mean, that's like skin in a weird way. It's bone. It's fossil. It's... I can see a face going this way. That would be an eye. Having some kind of ancient... That's supernatural. That's supernatural. It's not clouds, man. That's supernatural. These ancient things are here. And this, I posted his, hold on, let me fix my screen. I posted his video, I believe. But I just wanted to show that, because it's just so profound. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute, let me pull up the video. And this is his video. This is pushing through into our world. That's what I was called to look up the Black Madonna for. That looks like some kind of shield. Bone. That's bone. You can see the being in here, the outline right here. This is like the connective energy to it as it pushes through. It does this. Here's the tether to it. This is through the waters. This is the relics of Atlantis and other relics we don't even know about from other things that have gone on before that we don't remember. How about that? We'll say it that way. That we don't remember. Or maybe you do remember. From the galactic battles. Sorry about my screen. It's really dirty. That's tethering and frequency. And that will keep going. That won't ever stop. That keeps going. That's how messages come through from the divine, archangels. Whoops. Sorry. There's so much more here behind all this. This is something very regal and very royal. Anyway, that's bone. That looks like bone. a piece of an artifact, but still fossilized and bone. Oh, this keeps doing this. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Peace.